Welcome to Tiger Media Network News Live. I'm Kylie Gaughan. On Monday, Fort Hays State University announced the third presidential candidate, Gregory Mosier. Mosier currently serves as Dean of the College of Business at the University of Nevada, Reno. His first public appearance happened Tuesday afternoon in a reception in the Robins Center on the Fort Hays campus, followed by a news conference on Wednesday. Mosier is one of 5 candidates that will have been brought to campus from a search that began months ago following the announcement of the retirement of current Fort Hays president Edward Hammond this June. The last 2 candidates will be announced next week. For more information as it develops and for the full press conference, visit the TMN website. An important deadline passed Monday for candidates seeking offices within the Fort Hays student government. Candidates were required to file their candidacy for the upcoming election by 11 p.m. While the deadline passed, the SGA has yet to release the election guideline, a deadline that was set by the SGA bylaws as March 1st. This caused debate at the regular session last Thursday.
The way that it has been done, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone in particular, but to me personally, just based on the fact that in our bylaws it said they were to be released on March 1st and it is now March 27th, and the guidelines and everything is still not set up. After the meeting on Wednesday, potential candidates will only have 5 days to campaign, which I see as an egregious, unfair apparency towards them.
Candidate meeting will be Wednesday the 2nd at 6:30. And the presidential debate will be either the 7th or the 8th. We will have that announced by the Wednesday candidate meeting based on communications with the presidential candidates. And the elections are going to be Wednesday the 9th, starting at 8 a.m. through Thursday the 10th at 4 p.m.
According to Sam Cooper, a member of the Elections Committee, the committee had not met prior to March 27th. SGA Vice President Reed Tevault said the committee had not yet met due to a lack of enough senators able to serve on the committee. Members of the Elections Committee have declined to comment. In the meantime, 2 sets of candidates have filed. Current SGA President Chris Roberts has filed with student seater Aaron Powers, and current SGA Treasurer Brandon Taylor has filed with Senator Grant Rogers. Yesterday, the Kelly Center hosted a student competition of food and hunger where groups presented short information sessions about various food topics. The winners of the food and hunger were 3rd place Samantha Kaiser and Kristen Nices for U.S. Hunger, 2nd place Casey Ferguson, Kristen Aliker, and Matthew Spurlock for food deserts. And 1st place went to Brenna Johnson, Holly Weiss, and Carly McCracken for Feeding Our Youth. Greek Week continues with tonight's performance of a lip-sync competition. Each chapter will lip-sync and choreograph their way by showing off their best interpretation of the song they choose. The event is scheduled for tonight at 7 in the Cody Commons in the lower level in the Memorial Union. Tomorrow night, Greek organizations will be hosting the apple pie competition. Each chapter will bring their 3 best homemade apple pies for everyone to come and enjoy. With each piece, there will be a scoop of ice cream. The event will be held at the Memorial Union patio from 1 to 4 and is open to all students. In a fun event for students at Fort Hays, Tiger Idol, a university-wide singing competition, is holding auditions this week. The last of the walk-in auditions are scheduled for tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. They will take place in the office of the University Activities Board in the downstairs of the Memorial Union. Prizes for the winners include Beats headphones, an LCD TV, and an iTunes gift card. This Saturday, Matthew Means with Irina Rivitskaya on piano will present a faculty recital at 7:30 p.m. Means is an assistant professor of music focusing on violin and viola and has been an integral part of the Fort Hays music department since his arrival. The performance is open to all students and is free with a Tiger card. Yesterday, the Kelly Center hosted a free Tigers workshop called What's Involved? Will It Hurt? Explore the facts about getting tested for sexually transmitted infections. At the workshop, students were informed about taking precautions about being sexually active and treatment options. In another note, the Student Health Center will be offering free STD testing to the first 200 students during the month of April. To make an appointment, call the Health Center. Tigers in Service and the Student Government Association have come together hosting the big event. where students of Fort Hays State University can give back to the community by saying thank you for all the years the community has supported the university by providing service to opportunities to students. The event will go until 8:30 tonight. Last night, the Center for Student Involvement hosted another Sebelius Lecture Series featuring former White House Deputy Chief of Staff Karl Rove. Rove has over 2 decades of experience in the political field. Rove currently writes a weekly column for the Wall Street Journal, appearing regularly on Fox News Channel, and is a New York Times bestselling author. This was the last Sebelius Lecture Series of the year. In a blow to Kansas collegiate students, Kansas House Bill 2557 that would have given students a tax rebate on taxes collected the textbook sales. The measure has been added as an amendment to the bill. 2 fossils are making their way to the list of state icons in Kansas, one of which, the mosasaur, part of the Tylosaurus family, is featured in a bill naming the fossil an official state fossil. The bill is now on the desk of Governor Sam Brownback and is expected to be signed soon. The Center for Student Involvement is hosting another After Dark tomorrow night in the Memorial Union. The theme is The Hobbit. At the event, there will be contest, crafts, music, with food available. After the events, the movie The Hobbit will be shown. While the event is free for Fort Hays students, they are asked to bring their Tiger card. A Kansas group is seeking to legalize marijuana and have launched a petition drive in Wichita. The petition is to remove any criminal penalties for anyone who possesses an ounce or less of the substance. The group Kansas for Change told Wichita City Council members Tuesday that they will have at least 4,300 signatures on the petition. The Wichita City Council will have to approve the proposal or place it on a ballot for a public vote. If they succeed, state and federal laws will still prohibit the possession of marijuana. Similar petitions are underway in Topeka, Wyandotte County, Emporia, Salina, and Lawrence. Saturday night, don't forget to wear your mask to the first annual Masquerade Ball hosted by Gay Straight Alliance. The event will be located in the Black and Gold Room in the Memorial Union from 7 to 10 p.m. Those students have the option of dressing up or dressing down. Masks are required. The event is free and open to the public. On Tuesday, select students of informatics traveled to the Salina Bicentennial Center for the Kansas Association of Broadcasters Awards ceremony. While their second place went to Stephen Superman Anderson for a complete taped newscast for his radio show, The Daily Chatter, first place went to TMN staff for station promotion announcement for the Tiger Media Network, the musical. Another first place award went to CD DeSalvo for sports play-by-play, and honorable mention went to Stevan Rochelle for an Enterprise news package featuring Dr. Edward Hammond's retirement. To view the full versions of each award, visit the TMN website. That will do it for news for today. Up next is sports with CD DeSalvo.
This is Timmy. He's a smart boy that treats others well. Like all young boys, Timmy enjoys a good candy bar. Wait, what's happening now? Did Johnny just take your candy? Well, that wasn't very nice of him, was it, Timmy? Let's show Johnny how a respectful young man should act. What do you say, Timmy? Where'd you go, Timmy? Oh, looks like they're patching things up quite nicely.
Be courteous. It's not that hard.
Gee, mister, really?
Newman that was shortened by an inning due to some lightning and heavy rain. Things were on the Tiger side early as Newman committed 3 errors in the first inning, leading to a 3-0 advantage for Fort Hays. Newman would manage to tie the game at 4 by the end of the 5th, but FHSU regained the lead and continued to keep Newman at arm's length through the rest of the game, leading 10-6 at the end of the 8th when the game was called over for weather. Junior pitcher Ty Thomas gets the W and the Tigers improve to 10-18 on the season. Fort Hays State junior golfer Trey Herman is still the leader in the MIAA Conference in individual point standings after helping the Tigers to a 9th place team finish at the UCO Invitational in Oklahoma City on Tuesday. Herman is leading the point standings by 5 points with 35. Travis Mays of Central Missouri is second with 30. And Lindenwood's Ryan Dick is third with 26.5 points. Herman is now just one of 6 players with a chance to become MIAA Player of the Year. The Tigers as a team take a week off before one last event, followed by the MIAA Championships, which will take place at the Alvamar Golf Club in Lawrence, April 21st through the 23rd. Now let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for Fort Hays State Athletics. Tomorrow, the FHSU baseball team will play in a doubleheader on the road against Central Oklahoma beginning at 1:30 p.m. The final game of the series will be played on Saturday at 1. The Lady Tiger softball team will also be in a doubleheader tomorrow on the road against Missouri Western. The first game will begin at 4 p.m. followed by a 6 p.m. game. On Saturday, FHSU will travel to Maryville, Missouri to take on Northwest Missouri State in a doubleheader beginning at 12 p.m. And the men's and women's track and field teams will be competing at the UNK Loper Invitational in Kearney, Nebraska on Saturday all day long. Well, that's it for your news. Stay tuned for Around Town with Bridget Markey.
College should be a time for fresh starts and exciting new adventures, but for some, it's not. New studies find that bullying does not end when students go to college. In fact, 15% of college students reported still being bullied. If you or somebody you know is being bullied, don't be afraid to tell somebody. Contact a trusted professor, administration member, or the Kelly Center for help and advice. Together, we can put an end to bullying.
Dude, I'm so drunk right now.
That party was awesome.
Hey, are you still coming to this party?
My girlfriend's in there. I'm way too drunk for this right now.
Really? Who cares? Just, how about you go drive around? I'm going in.
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right, dude. Hello. Who's this? He's in the hospital? All right, I'll be there in a minute.
Think before you drink and designate a driver.
Today for Around Town, we are talking to Tyler Weiser about the grammar crash courses offered at the Forsyth Library. Okay, to begin things, let's just start with what the Writing Center is.
Essentially, the Writing Center is a learning service for students to come in. They can bring in whatever paper they want, whether it be for class or we've had cover letters come in, letters of recommendation, things like that, and we just kind of help them with whatever concerns they have about their papers to make them better, and yeah, that's about it.
Do they have to just bring in anything that they're working on for school, or what else can they bring in?
A lot of times we do see resumes come in, and I think most of the time that's intended for career services they deal with that when it comes to like proofreading and stuff. But we will help format as far as resumes go. We actually have had some staff come in, a lot of MA students come in with their papers as well.
So you cover things like resumes, cover letters, anything that could come up that needs editing. All right.
Exactly.
Okay. And then what do you guys look for? Do you look for formatting, grammar? What is it?
Pretty much whatever. Actually, we request that the students come in with an idea of what they want to work on. A lot of times it is kind of the run-of-the-mill grammar. I want edited for grammar or sentence structure or formatting, whether it be MLA, Chicago style, or APA. Those are the three big ones that we've at least seen so far.
Okay, and could you tell us what your responsibilities are? How are you tied to the Writing Center?
I technically am a supervisor at the Writing Center because I am a grad student, but other than that, I function essentially as a tutor, just like any other tutor at the Writing Center.
All right, well, where could a person find the Writing Center? Because I know that it's changed locations.
We did. We moved from the basement of Forsyth Library to the main floor, and that is actually when you walk in, the front doors, we're immediately to the right, and that's a lot more convenient now. It's a little bit more accessible to students. They actually know where it is. We had a lot of phone calls in the past few semesters that they didn't know that the Writing Center was in the library even, but
you feel like it's drawn more people in
absolutely.
now. The Writing Center is a bigger deal than it was.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, what are the aims, purposes, results? What are you looking for after you've finished editing something?
Well, the tagline for the Writing Center and for pretty much every writing center across the country is we're not trying to make better writing, we're trying to make better writers. So really what we're trying to do is just convey some general information about different writing techniques and mechanics and stuff, so students have a better understanding of the basic errors that a lot of people commit, that I still commit myself in my writing. And it has been successful to a certain degree, but
all right,
we still have work to do.
I know that editing isn't just the only service offered. Now you guys have tried to introduce a different kind of course. Could you tell us what that is?
That being the Grammar Crash Course, which is held Wednesdays from 5 to 6 p.m., and it is in the Writing Center. And that is headed by the GA of the English department, Lisa Jones. I'm also there, more for moral support than anything. But that has helped, and that the Grammar Crash Course's purpose is mainly to kind of cut down on the students coming in saying, I need my paper edited for grammar, and just kind of having it as a broad generalization so they understand exactly what they are. And then we can kind of remove ourselves from the mechanics of writing, not that we won't take that on at all, but that allows us then to focus more on content and ideas and the direction that the paper is going in, rather than I just want my paper edited for mechanics.
Gotcha. So when a person comes in for one of these courses, what can they expect?
Generally, the way it goes, and sometimes these presentations are a little bit shorter. For instance, yesterday's Grammar Crash Course was a second part of the dashes thing.
Exciting.
Very exciting. But yesterday the presentation ran for maybe about 15 to 20 minutes, and Lisa usually does that. But we do have the full hour blocked off. But what we do is about 20 to 30 minutes of a presentation kind of outlining what it is that we're going to be going over, and then we do encourage students to bring in some of their own writing. That way we can kind of do a sort of guided peer review if they wish to do so. Not that it is strictly necessary that they do so, but it is encouraged.
Okay, so it goes from learning about a concept to a mass tutoring session almost.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, well, when a person comes in for one of these grammar crash courses, because it can be daunting for people to hear about let's learn grammar, do you guys go over complex things to understand? Is it simple?
From the start, it's been pretty simple. We've gone over mainly punctuation from here on out, and then now we're going to be focusing more on different stylistic elements when it comes to grammar. Like, for instance, dashes yesterday is more of a stylistic element or a technique that one would use in their writing. But up till now, I think the most daunting thing we've done is semicolons and colons, which is really not that daunting.
Okay, well, it sounds like it's pretty beneficial, but how has attendance been?
Attendance has been fairly low, and that has to do with a little bit of a hiccup in our promotional thing, which it happens. But no, we would like to see a lot more. Right now we have a lot of English majors coming in to the grammar crash courses, which is great. It's open to anyone who wants to come in, but we would like to see more non-native speaking students come in. The ESL students really would benefit from it, but like I said, it is open to any and all students.
Gotcha.
Even faculty are welcome to come.
That's awesome. Okay, and let's just reiterate really quickly, when is it at?
It is from 5 to 6 o'clock every Wednesday at Forsyth Library in the Writing Center.
And just walk in, you don't need to sign up.
You just walk in, you don't need to sign up.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, we're out of time for today, but thank you so much to our guest, Tyler Weiser, for coming in. And now it's back to Kylie and CD at the news desk.
Thanks, Bridget. Great show, as always. And I just wanted to say congratulations to CD about your first place at the KUB Awards. That's very exciting.
Yeah, it's always nice to get rewarded for doing something you really like to do.
Yeah.
Speaking of doing things you like to do, I heard you're auditioning maybe for Tiger Idol this week.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, so it should be, I'm excited. It was fun last year.
Yeah,
so.
I feel like I would do a lot better at it if the lip sync competition was integrated into that somehow. Because it's all pure talent, I probably shouldn't do it.
Well, thanks for tuning in to this episode of TMN News. I'm Kylie Gahn.
And I'm CD DeSalvo.
Good night.